Hi everyone, hope you're doing really well. Today I'm starting my spring clean for the year. The season's finally here in the UK. Sun's barely just about making an appearance again and getting a little bit warmer. I don't know about you guys, but the early morning sun and a little bit of fresh air first things really get me in the mood for spring cleaning. I had a good look around our apartment before I started this clean, and it made me realise there's a lot more to do than I was anticipating. There's 5 of us living in our little 2-bedroom flat. There's my husband and I. We have a 4-year-old daughter, a 2-year-old daughter, and a 6-month-old baby boy. And because there's so many of us, the dust and the dirt and the mess accumulates unbelievably quickly, often in places I forget to look or places that get forgotten about. You'll see from the short length of this video, I'm starting off quite small today. Just a few jobs here and there that I think make quite a big difference quite quickly to the look of the house. Things like cleaning the windows and the windowsills, mirrors and glass especially. Doing just those couple of things I find can really make a place look really different really quickly. Dusting as well, and cleaning the oven extractor hood. Over the next month I'm going to be continuing to tick off more little jobs off my list, so keep an eye out for those videos, especially if you like this video and the last video. I usually start a big clean by starting on the windows, mirrors and glass. Like I said a minute ago, they're great ways to make the place look really, really clean really quickly. You'd be surprised just how quickly you get used to dirty windows and mirrors. So once they are really clean, you can see a massive difference. And even my husband noticed the difference, so I know it works. Funny story about these windows. I set up the camera to film doing all 3 panes of glass, and I'd done the first 2, all looking really lovely. And then I thought I was starting to clean the last one, and I thought, oh, this will make a nice shot for, like, you know, if I hold it in my hand like a POV and like spray. And I picked up the camera and I pressed pause to stop it whilst I was getting it all together. And then I thought I pressed play and I've cleaned the whole pane of glass and not recorded a single bit. I then pressed play when it's just popped down on the windowsill, staring at like nothing. And yeah, it wasn't until afterwards that I looked at the footage and I was like, I lost the whole last pane of glass and I just spent ages recording nothing. So I was gutted. I was like, oh, the OCD in me was like, I really want all 3 panes of glass cleaned on the video. So it did get cleaned. Trust me. Oh, you'll see from here, I'm using a spoon to try and get these stickers off because I couldn't really think of what else to do. These were really stuck on. I wouldn't really recommend this. It did the job and it did it really well, but it was chipping off some of the paint. I'm not overly fussed because we need to sand the whole thing down, re-gloss it anyway. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this tip unless you're not fussed about getting the paint slightly chipped. It did a fantastic job for getting the stickers up, but yeah, just be wary. It might cause some damage to your windowsills. Well, it was such a great day when I was filming this. There's been so many other days this week where the sun's been out and it's been beautiful, and today of all days was the one day where it was like really overcast. I was like, oh, this is such a shame. Oh, you can see from the windows there, I touched on it before, but they look really dirty still. That's all stuff from the outside. You can see how high up we are. I'm not dangling out those windows just to get my windows clean. We have a window cleaner that comes round. So the oven hood was probably one of the most important things on this list because it was bad. I mean, I honestly can't remember the last time I cleaned it. I've spent the last 15 months either pregnant or postpartum, so I've really not got up to balancing on a chair to get it cleaned. But today was the day. It was absolutely covered in grease and it was so sticky and so messy. Naturally, it wants to attract like fluff and dust and things as well, so it was really, really minging. I found the best way and probably the simplest way was just some washing up liquid on the spongy side of a sponge, and it came up really nicely. A little bit of elbow grease for the particularly difficult areas, but it got it done nicely. And you can see from the sponge afterwards just how bad it was. And this took some time as well. I cut the video down massively. Like, I recorded the whole thing and the video was like 20 minutes long just because of all of this hood cleaning. It took ages. You know, there's no way I could have put the whole thing in there. You just would have been here all day. So that's definitely an area I need to keep better on top of. But it's one of those things I find it's quite out of sight, out of mind. I don't really look up at it, especially it doesn't work. Hasn't worked for ages. Haven't got around to getting it fixed. We use the oven mostly anyway. So yeah, I'm not really like looking at it or touching it. So it wasn't till we had someone around to fix one of the appliances recently, and I was sort of having a good look around the kitchen. I was like, oh my god, this thing is awful. So I knew, okay, this needs to be in the spring clean. I can't leave this any longer. It's just disgusting. But yeah, bit of elbow grease. It was really stuck on there. But yeah, just some fairy liquid, washing up liquid, got it done. Anything greasy like that, always washing up liquid. My daughter has severe eczema, and one of the creams that she uses is really like thick and oily. And even when I'm washing that off my hands, I use washing up liquid. Just anything grease like is always going to be your go-to. So I'm just finishing up the clean here by organising the books, dusting the shelves, taking everything off. My husband recently bought quite a few new books. We needed to sort of have a little sort through them and reorganise them a little bit. I think, to be honest, even after me putting them on a shelf, he's going to have to reorganise them again because my eldest daughter was here and she was trying to help me and with trying to film in and trying to make sure she's not in the shot too much and things. I was just like, let's just get the books put on the shelf anywhere as long as we get it done fairly quickly. So yeah, I think he's going to end up going through this all again at some point and reorganising them. But yeah, we need a proper bookshelf. Yeah, this is going to wrap things up for this video with the sorting these bits out. There's lots of organising that needs to be done, to be honest. I think there's going to be spring cleaning videos to come. And really, I could probably do a whole organising series as well. There's so much. You can imagine with a big family, tiny little living space, there's tons to organise. I was thinking another video I could do as well, if anyone's interested, is organising for a tiny home. I said we're in a 2-bedroom flat with 5 people, so space is at an absolute premium. So I figured there's probably a lot of space saving tips we've been doing that I can make like a little video or series on how to make the most of your space, using like space horizontally as well as vertically. So yeah, let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a little thumbs up, a little like down below. Subscribe if you really like it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.